Okay, so that means I'm now going to just go and switch over in here and just update myself to being an income and expenditure council. Lovely. Okay, so now we are still in my Scribe Parish Council, but you'll notice I'm now in I&E. So pretty much everything we've just talked about still stands. We still need to have all our data on, our bank reconciling, our reserves checked, our VAT position correct, and actually it's even more important at this point that our VAT position is correct. It's absolutely key. Okay, so as I said, we're now in I&E. We've done all the things that we talked about previously in terms of making sure all our sort of starting positions, our closing VAT position, our bank rec, our reserves are correct. So we can have a look at our year-end menu. So Sabrina mentioned the calculate button, and yes, she's absolutely right. When you are working in income and expenditure on Scribe, you need to use the calculate button. That's because Scribe works on a receipts and payments basis throughout the financial year. So on a monthly basis, you're working in receipts and payments, recording transactions as they take place. When you come to the year end and you want to work in I&E, you need to run calculate. That is so Scribe can pull all the information it has and update the accounts so that you've got your year end accounts in I&E. So you need to come in here, click that button, start button there, and you're looking for green messages. If you get orange or red messages and it tells you facts and values that don't tally, you have got a problem. So again, this is something that we talk about in the getting ready for year end session in terms of checking your opening balances. So if you've and you can run calculate whenever you wish. You know, all you're doing is bringing forward in any other transactions or data that you've added, even if you haven't added anything, it will still run it for you and show if everything's correct. So if you haven't done that this year, I would strongly suggest that you do so to make sure that your opening balances are correct. If they're not, you either haven't copied them forward from last year if you had Scribe last year, or you haven't entered your opening balances incorrectly if you are a new user. So you need to resolve that before you can proceed. So generally, in terms of when you get to the year-end menu and thinking about the process, as you get into a habit, I would come and run calculate any time before you want to run the reports. We do get messages from people saying my balance sheet doesn't balance, please help. And it's just because they haven't run calculate. It hasn't automatically updated and run through the process. So any uncertainty, if something doesn't look right, please run calculate, check again before asking the question, because often it's easily resolved simply by calculating here. Okay.